Bo Body.
Bo Body. Brad, you ever get your car washed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Actually, quick fun fact. You know, Isaac's only got his car washed once ever.
That doesn't surprise me, dude.
It's just kind of shocking.
He got an incredible deal on that truck from a guy who like took meticulous care of it. And
Really?
That thing is just like falling apart. I saw him the other day or today. He pulled up. He doesn't even have like a cover over his gas tank anymore.
Oh no.
Like everything's like at one point, like water was like leaking through like into his inside of his truck.
He's just slowly justifying like, we're one of the only countries that uses windshields. He's going to have like weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have doors.
I mean, like this guy probably could have sold it to him for 8,000. I think he sold it for 3 because it's like this church guy and like loved Isaac's family, and Isaac, poor guy, has just just done Isaac.
Ran it into the ground.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like, so I probably get my car washed once a month. I got a membership now, so might as well. I'm losing money if I don't.
I was gonna say once a month. You better go once a week.
Really, honestly, I'm not taking advantage of it.
No.
But what I do, well, whatever. You can go through twice because I feel like
of
sometimes they don't.
course.
Yeah,
I love going through twice.
That like slowly, like I realized that I was like, wait, I could just go through again.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, one thing that happens without fail, and it shocks me every time, is I guess the anti-Isaac. Every time I leave a car wash, there's like an area to like park and just like, I don't know, wipe your car down.
Yeah,
like,
the wiping spot. There's one. No matter where you go, there's a wiping spot. That means different things depending on where you go.
Yeah, I've never partaken in the wiping of my own car.
Oh yeah, like the microfiber cloths.
Yeah. So I don't get it. I'll say that there's something clear that I'm missing.
They don't want water spots on that thing.
But what I would expect to see is like some really nice cars in there, like from what I know about wiping spots.
Sure.
But what I see every time is always like a middle-aged man, cargo shorts, like calf length socks.
Yes.
And he's wiping down a car like from the 90s.
A 1998.
Like a station wagon.
Toyota Camry.
Yeah. I'm like, what is with the wiping?
Yes, dude.
Without
a Ford
fail.
Taurus.
Every time.
Oh, yeah. Because
and sometimes the way they're wiping it, I'm like, you should be going to jail, but the car is over 18 years old. So that's why they don't. But do you feel like that's a thing?
Oh, there's a reason that car is in pristine condition. It's because of it. Those kind of people. Like there was a guy down the street from me growing up, Richard Brooks. Shout out Richard. Jessica B. I think we've talked about her on the podcast before.
Okay.
Because there was 15 different Jessicas in our.
Yeah.
Jessica B. was like a heartthrob, dude. Scott's first kiss on the cheek, kindergarten. Jessica B.
Gross.
Yeah. Also, the one that like pelted Scott in the back of the head with a snowball was Richard Brooks. You remember that story?
No.
It's awesome. Let me just tell it to you really quick. I think we talked about in the Patreon episode with Scott way back in the day. We like ding dong ditched Jessica B's house one time.
Good.
In like 4th grade.
Good.
And we were running away. It was like a scene from a movie. It was snowing, or there was snow on the ground. And I mean, we were running away. We all had gotten away. But Scott and like we felt like we were safe. And Scott just got absolutely pelted from. It felt like 100 yards away. I mean, it probably wasn't that far. It's probably 5 houses. But I mean, just nailed in the back of the head and like to the point where he got hit and like fell to the ground. That's the kind of people that are like, this guy has still to this day, we drive past it because he lived by my parents, still has like this probably 1988 Honda Accord in just like perfect condition at their house.
Really?
Like still driving it.
Richard Brooks is the father.
Richard Brooks. Yeah.
The snowball thrower.
Keeping it going. So those are the kind of people I 100% like relate to this.
And what does the wiping do? It just like, you just feel good about yourself, or it's just like, I don't know. What does it do?
Keeps the paint from rusting, or I don't know what it was. Maybe. I really like the joke about the 18-year-old.
Is that good?
Go to jail. Yeah, that's stand-up material.
Really?
Yeah.
Guys, you hear that?
This guy,
a comedian.
Come on, put him on Broadway.
No.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Ghostrunners podcast?
Yeah, that'd be funny. Where do the play? You just get the career wrong. This guy can sing.
Whoa. Get this guy in the red carpet. Get this guy in the Louvre.
Yeah.
Get this guy at Fenway Park.
That reminds me, this is on Correct Opinions a couple weeks ago, but I got like a telemarketer call. And so I answered it and I'm just making stuff up. She's just trying to sell me on a vacation package. She's like, this is what's family friendly. I was like, good. The kiddos are going to love this. She's like, yo, you have kids at home? I was like, oh yeah. I forgot what I said. I got 5 of them. She's like, 5 kids? You got yourself a baseball team. I was like, Stacy.
Yeah, in Korea.
Yeah. I was like, you got to know what baseball teams are. If you're going to be a saleswoman, you got to know how many people are on a baseball team. And so then I was riffing the whole rest of the time. Whoa, 2 kids.
Yeah.
Start yourself an army. Holy cow.
Largest army starts at 3, I believe, in Settlers. So
Settlers rules.
Yeah. Whoa, yeah.
She's just
9 kids. You got yourself
what would that be? Arena football, maybe.
Private school kindergarten classroom.
Just weird references.
Yeah, it's like really specific. Whoa, 15 kids. You got yourself a overcrowded summer camp cabin. Yeah, that's what we've always said.
Yeah. Oh, 5 kids. Better have 3 rows of seating. Huh?
A full, yeah. You got a town and country's worth, huh? Whoa.
She has like a cheat sheet. Like every time someone tells her a number of kids, she got to look at the sheet. 6 kids. Okay, 6 kids. You got yourself 3-on-3 basketball, I guess.
I mean, yeah. That she's like calculating it real quick to make sure.
1, 2, 3.
3. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I like that. Somebody, Ghosty, make us a list of 1 through 20.
Yeah, make a little cheat
what
sheet.
Each a number of kids means you have. And then from then on, if you leave a voicemail, you say, hi, my name is blank, and I have enough kids to blank.
Yeah, you follow along with the cheat sheet.
Yeah.
This is great.
That's funny.
Good start.
Enough to make a basketball or baseball team.
Yeah, I think I said it 5 or 6
Backyard baseball, maybe?
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. One of those types of baseball where you split the field in half and you can only hit it to left field.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Got one of those.
That reminds me when I was doing the 3-on-3, like 3 + 3, that equals 6, whatever. Hattie this weekend when we were at my parents' house was like loving playing with a calculator, which first of all, I think we take calculators a little for granted because technology is incredible these days.
I've never understood how.
She goes, how does it know every single thing? And I go, I have no idea. And it's like, it's like the most simple thing that we have on our computer now or on our phone. But
even the original like calculator, I mean, they were solar powered. We got solar power, powering this calculator machine.
I mean, the one that she's using is one that my dad got at some career fair college thing for free.
It's got like a bank on it.
Yeah, it does. And it does this thing where you press a button and it swings like the plastic up and then brings it up. That's really cool by itself.
I used to have a couple. They were like transformer calculators.
Yeah, you like it's flat and then you press this little button and it just magically goes up.
And now it's kind of like a computer screen looking at you.
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
that's really cool. And then the fact that it just knows how to just.
It's never wrong.
It's never
wrong. It's never like, 99% of the time, it gets it right. Like how.
And I know that technology is so far beyond that,
but I don't know.
But even that was like enough. Like if a kid asks you, how does that work? And you have no idea. And it was one of those see-through calculators. Remember the old N64s that were see-through? It was like a see-through calculator. So she's like, what are all these little things in here? And I say, I have no idea.
Motherboard?
that thing is incredibly advanced. And yet it's 5 cents, on the black market.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've never understood and probably never will. Sorry, I hear a lot of voices outside. I'm a little lost on.
That's okay.
Is that Abby McGee's voice?
It's got to be. We should get her on the pod.
I'll text her.
Go on off the rails. Hattie really got upset. I always have to take opportunities to teach her. I just like trying to advance her in any way. So I'm like, trying to do word problems for her to do on the calculator. So I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
good.
We have 5 people in our family and Julie has 4 people in her family.
We have a baseball team versus a full cabin.
Yeah. How many does that mean we have? And she would do 5 + 4 = 9. And then be like, okay, but then Aunt Dana also has 4 in her family. And so she would do 5 + 4 + 4. But on a calculator, when you do 5 + 4 and then you press plus, 9 comes up.
She's like, whoa.
She started bawling, dude. It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing.
So sad. She's like, it keeps messing up. And I was like, hey, calm down. I was like, you know how 1 + 1 + 1 = 3? She's like, yeah. was like, okay, but 1 + 1 = 2. And, I showed her the whole thing. Anyway, but it was like this crazy, like she was breaking down at this.
Oh, I would have done the same thing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that is infuriating.
Anyway, but Hattie's into calculators right now. That's currently trending in our house.
Good for you. Good for you for like encouraging like algebra and like word problems too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so tempted to like go so far advanced when I probably should be teaching her. Like, she's still trying to learn without using a calculator, 5 + 4.
Yeah.
But I'm like, 5 + 5 is the same as 5 × 2 because there's 2 5s. And then if you do 5 × 3, it'd be 5 + 5 + 5 because there's 3 5s.
So it's 3 times 5.
And I was like, so
It's
that
simple.
X on there is times. And I'm like, you don't learn multiplication until like 3rd, 4th grade. And I'm trying to teach a 5-year-old.
Dude, that's great.
So anyway,
I'm going to get her for a GeoGuessr session sometime. Okay, Hattie.
Yeah.
So white at the bottom of those utility poles probably means Romania. It could be Ukraine or it's probably Ukraine.
Yeah.
Can you memorize that, Hattie? Thank you.
I'm a big fan of like trying to like advance kids probably farther beyond what they should.
Why not?
We went swimming the other day and went with my sister Julie and her kids, and Watson is her son. I think he's 6 or 7, and he's starting to be able to catch and throw the ball pretty well.
Good.
And I remember there was this kid at camp who was really, really good at football. And, we always do those clinic shows at camp, like at the end of the time, show the parents what we've learned and stuff, which is with 7-year-olds is hilarious.
Shows. Yeah, that's great.
But then at the end of it, we would always be like, all right, parents, we have 5 minutes, go play catch with your kids.
Oh, cool.
And I remember this one kid specifically, and you might remember him from K West. I can't remember his name now, but
it's going to be hard to remember him.
Yeah. Case Hodges.
Sounds famous.
I think that's his name. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Case is cool. I remember that kid. Anyway, he played catch with his dad, and his dad threw it to him like he was a college wide receiver.
Oh my
I mean, he was
God.
throwing it a good 40 miles an hour at this little 8-year-old kid, and the kid was catching it.
Really?
And so then I was playing catch with Watson at the pool the other day, and I was like, you know what?
It's not back.
Yeah. And so I wasn't like humming him in there, but I was no longer giving him any arc at all. I was just throwing it right towards him. Every once in a while, I hit him in the face, but it's a splash bomb. So it's just like, fine. And he thought it was hilarious,
It's a splash bomb. Dude, I remember playing catch with Alex Dimchek when we did go to school together. And Alex, he went to SBU and then went on to be a quarterback at Mizzou. Dude, it was like fun to know that I'm like, I'm running routes and I'm catching passes from like a college quarterback. But also it's like, I mean, that definitely hurts my hands.
Like is this fun for other people?
Yeah, like you're really slinging it.
Did you have gloves on?
No.
Okay.
No.
I didn't know how, like, if you like getting reps in for him, like practicing or something.
No, it was pretty casual, but I would
Okay.
still like, we work on some routes for his sake or whatever. But yeah, I was like, can we go do like some 40-yard patterns? Like these 8-yard curls are killing my hands. Yeah, he was humming it in there. I remember that.
Yeah.
So
it just made me really excited for when Bo's old enough where I can hum it to him.
he's getting there. He's close.
He's close.
He's close.
He's trying. He wants to play catch, but
A quick question. How's the diet coming?
diet's coming good. This weekend we were at my parents' house.
Anybody called you string bean yet?
No, not even close, brother. It's interesting. Let's get into the diet thing a little bit because just like, and some people are probably going to disagree with this. That's fine. You can, I welcome your opinions, but I am going to try to stick with this because Scott's kind of been my coach on this stuff a
Coach
little
Scott.
bit. And Scott's like, one of the things that he's been teaching me is like, if you don't eat enough, then your body will like store the food that it has because it's like telling your body like, hey, you need to store this because if not, then you're not going to have enough food for energy later or whatever. So he's like, you need to eat a lot of food. You just need to eat the right food. So he's given me like a prescription basically of 225 grams of protein, which like, I didn't know anything about what that means, but like, that's like the equal of like, I don't know, 7 chicken breasts a day. Like,
whoa,
just a ton of food.
Whoa.
Like I've probably told him 10 times, like, I don't think this is humanly possible to do this in 8 hours. Like, how am I supposed to be able to do this?
Well, you forgot Scott has a doctorate in dietetics, I think.
Yes, he's very good.
So he knows what he's talking about.
He knows what he's talking about. And he works in procurement, which means, I think in Latin, that means dietetics.
Protein.
Yeah. Yeah. Protein. The pro and procurement is. Anyway.
What is Scott's degree?
Some kind of business, marketing, maybe.
Dietetics marketing, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
It's something. It's something helpful.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to claim that Scott knows everything, but I think he does a lot of research on this stuff, whatever. So he's basically saying like you need to eat enough where your body, doesn't store food, as fat for later.
Got it.
Anyway, so like it's been good, but at the same time, I don't feel like I'm eating enough. But that's hard because it's like you're trying to diet, and so you're not supposed to eat. It's like this weird like
eat a bunch of the bad
backwards-
stuff or eat a bunch of the good stuff,
Right.
but you're not eating the bad stuff.
Right. Yeah. So I feel like I'm eating good stuff, but I don't think I'm eating enough of it yet. And like that feels so backwards to me. So anyway, overall it's going well. I mean, I last night went not off the train, but cheated, I guess. We went to Raising Cane's, the kids and I did.
Fun.
So yeah, that's not good for a diet, I don't think, but overall it's been good.
Yeah, how'd you do with this past weekend? 3 kids, 1 acorn, no wife.
Yes.
How was it?
It was awesome. It was hard, but we stayed at my parents. We were going to stay there one night because my mom invited us, and she was like, yeah, we're having your cousin over. My cousin Joel was coming over for dinner with his kids, and it was awesome. It was like, my mom is so helpful, and my dad is too, but my mom so helpful. And it was so awesome that I was like, can we stay another night? It was almost cheating.
Did you ask it like that? Can we stay another night?
Like my sister had asked that day. Cause like we stayed overnight Friday, then Saturday we were hanging out with my sister, swimming, humming the, splash bomb. And, we had lunch at my parents, and she's like, so are you staying again tonight or are you going home? And I was like, well, I don't know, and
I don't know, like looking for your billfold.
Yeah. And I could tell my mom, like, my parents are going to Alaska tomorrow for like 2 weeks. And so I think my mom is like the kind of person that likes preparing for that in advance. So I was like, did you have things going on? And she's such a homebody, like by herself. She's like, well, I had plans of like, since your dad's going to the Royals game tonight, like folded up my, clothes for Alaska. And I was like, well, we don't have to. And I was like, I can also get out of your hair or whatever. And she's like, no, let's make it a party. Let's have fun. So overall, yeah, Bo's still potty training. We're getting pretty good at him going in the potty. But
what's his batting average?
We'll say 750.
Well, that's great.
Yeah,
definitely making the playoffs.
But let's say 700, because I think every time he pees in the on the carpet, no big deal. But let's say hypothetically Friday night you have your cousin and his kids over, everything's going great. I mean, he's pantsless still.
I was gonna say all weekend.
I texted my parents or my cousin. I was like, "Is it cool?" And he's like, "Yeah, we've potty trained before, no problem."
Cool.
And I just had this sixth sense intuition about me, like after dinners when he loves to, whatever. And I look
Don't
over,
we all?
I mean, it's like we brought our Cocker Spaniel over to my parents' house or something. Like there was just 2 little logs right in the living room floor with Bo standing right next to him. Like, Bo, you can't do that. So I picked him up real quick and ran him to the, to the bathroom.
Do you feel like he's starting to get it? Like, I can't do this on the carpet?
So yeah, I just have to remind myself he's 2. Cause like initially I was like, okay, do I punish him for this? Do I like give him some kind of bad consequence? I was like, I don't think he knows enough that he's doing it wrong. So like, and you feel silly sometimes, but I've probably 100 times this weekend said, where do we go? I feel embarrassed about this too. We say TT instead of potty or pee or whatever. Like, where do we go TT?
Really?
And he goes,
is this a conversation? Sorry to interrupt. Is this a conversation you and Catherine had? Like, what's our word going to be? And you came up together with TT?
No, I think it's Catherine did this. And I said,
like,
okay,
I'm in.
I don't think like growing up, we were supposed to say pee for some reason. So I was okay with TT. I don't know.
Cool.
She spends 75% more time with them than I do. So I was like,
okay,
I guess that's the
guess
that's
we're
TTing. So I was like, where do we go TT? And he goes, in the potty. And I go, where do we not go TT? On the carpet. Where do we go poop? In the potty. Where do we not go poop? In the carpet. We've said that so many times.
Sounds like he's got it.
Yeah, we're getting there. But then of course he still messes up. And anyway,
maybe that comes from just like sphincter control.
Yeah, that was one of them. One of them, he goes TT. And we were like sitting like,
I like imagining that.
We were like having ice cream, one night he was eating his ice cream and I looked down and there's like a dribble, just barely anything.
Yeah.
And
Into the water hose.
I pick him up and I put him on the, little plastic chair we have right next to the table and he goes right away. So I was like, that's good.
Okay.
Like he's like learning how to like sense it, but not let it all out. I was like, okay, we're getting there. And he's also so young. So he loves positive reinforcement. So we just go nuts every time. Like, yeah, Bo. go. And I mean, he's such a boy. So he'll just like, if you're not in the room, he'll run up to you and go, I take you to the potty. You know, he's like so pumped about it. And
That sounds fun.
yeah, it's been fun. I mean, and I'm just like pumping him full of fluids the whole time, you know, giving him anything.
Liquid IV.
You want Powerade? Great. Have some Powerade. Sure. So anyway, yeah, overall it was great except for that one pooping incident. It really felt like I had a dog. Like it was like I brought my dog to my parents'
Yeah.
house.
Got some newspaper down on the carpet.
Yeah. And my dad, like my mom's so chill. My dad's more like me of like nervous, a little bit high strung about like, I don't want to make a mess, you know? And so anytime Bo would be a little bit weird, my dad would be like, oh, do you need to go?
That would be me.
Yeah, totally.
I would be so like hyper aware.
Yeah. So anyway, overall it was good. And Catherine had a really great time away to the point where last night I was like, oh, by the way, I need to record the podcast on Monday because Jake's going out of town. And I was like, is there a good time for you? And she goes, baby, you can do the podcast anytime you want. She was so appreciative. You know, she was like so great with it. So I think she was refreshed and filled up, and yeah,
that's
we had
great.
a lot of fun. So
how does Hattie do, or just like, what's it like having one kid not wear pants at all times? Like is Hattie like, I want to go pantsless, or is she like,
no, she's never had that desire.
Is she confused, or she's like, nah, we all do it?
Well, it's so funny. You know, like we've tried so hard for Hattie's whole life, basically to like never change in front of Hattie, like always be pretty private about those kind of things. And then all of a sudden, like that's all been thrown out the window. Like she's literally like she's helping us. Like she's like such a helper, like such an oldest child where she's like, I think maybe he's going. No, he's not going. You know, he's like,
really?
She's like staring at the whole time. I mean, she doesn't know the anatomy or anything, but she knows everything that's going on. So
that's kind of fun though.
No, she's been so helpful. Like, and sometimes he listens to her better than he listens to us. Like,
gosh,
because they're just like best friends. So she'll say, Bo, if you go sit down, you know, on the potty, then we can watch more Curious George.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. And he does it, and he like, you know, kind of make sure it's pointed down, and we press play. You know? So anyway, she's like been such an all-star in so many ways. I could brag on her for the whole podcast. I mean, she's been cleaning her room without us asking her. Like
adulthood W.
Absolutely
right there.
taking initiative. Yeah. She's been putting on her pajamas without us like saying it's time for bed.
I don't even do that.
Exactly. You just go. You're like, I'm good.
These jeans are pretty comfy.
Yeah. I mean, she's just been amazing. Like she's been so obedient. And so it's like, okay, this is good fruit and that good proof of like, if we keep training these other ones, like they'll do all right. Like she's doing. So, it was good. It's been good encouragement for us. So
that's fun. I feel like the more that Hattie stays perfect, the more you and Catherine be like, I mean, what's wrong with a fourth?
Hey,
they all turn out like Hattie. Why
Come
not?
on. Yeah. I know. It's going to be so interesting seeing what Rosie's personality is going to be like. Cause I feel like Bo, we saw his personality so young, and Hattie, we didn't. So, but Bo is just such a awesome kid too. He's just so fun. So
make a bold prediction about Rosie's personality right now.
Okay.
Her high school superlative is going to be what?
Most likely to compose in an orchestra.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna be a
like a music
maestro. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I like that.
All right. Rosie, listen to this in like the year like 2031.
Yeah.
Keep it up. Keep playing the flute. It's gotta pay off.
Yeah, she's like, I only listen to podcasts. That's the way audio is supposed to be consumed. You know, like there's some other medium for audio now.
That's fun. It's fun to think about kids.
Yeah.
And kids growing up.
Yep. I love it, man.
And so many of our friends have had kids recently. You guys are all going to have kids in the same grade.
Isn't that crazy?
That's so fun. That's the way it's meant to be.
Yeah, I agree. So, hey, we'll wait for you.
Hey, well, yeah. Appreciate it.
I bet if we have another one, we'd have it close to Gunnar and Emily again, which would be kind of fun.
Gosh, that's great.
I know.
That's fun.
They're boys. They can play on the same, teams, or girls.
But yeah, I was gonna say, girls, they could,
girls, they could sew together.
They could,
just like so stereotypical.
They could quilt at the same time.
Girls, they could both take baking classes together. Just like get so.
Girls, they could stay at home while the men work at the same time.
Yeah, girls could tend to the dolls while the boys are out doing construction projects.
That could be great.
Yeah.
You mentioned your dad earlier, and I learned something about him via Scott Peck recently.
Okay.
Your dad, I feel like I was shocked that we've never went over this unless I just missed it. Your dad is a crumble cookie maniac.
Oh my gosh. You didn't know about this?
I didn't know this about.
Oh, my dad.
Oh, my dad's calling again. He knows when we're recording. We'll skip this one. I think I know what he's calling about. Which we could talk. You go.
Okay. My dad is a cookie enthusiast. Like I think, I mean, he has plenty of other like labels in his life, but I think for a long time, like out of everything, like in his life, like he would want to be known for like, I like cookies. Like I want you to know that if you ever want to like give me a present, my name's Dave Ellis and I like cookies. Like he had like for the longest time, I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but he had a like verbal like kind of quote was like, "Oh, chocolate chip, that's one of my top 10 favorite cookies."
Okay, yeah,
and he said that over and over and over again. And finally I was like,
make a list.
There's 25 cookies on your list. Make a list. And now he has lists for everything.
Yeah, I like that quality.
Yeah, like the list for top 10 things he likes to see if he opens up the refrigerator.
I think about that every now and then.
And so now he knows, now he's made a running list of every single crumble cookie flavor he's ever tried. And he even like my sister Julie got him a like one of those like it's like a cookie cutter that can cut the crumble cookie in fourths.
Oh,
so he goes and gets the 4 cookies every week and then cuts them in fourths and just like has like 1 or 2 of the fourths every day. Like he and my mom do that, and
they just love cookies.
Yeah, I'm sure he's like ranking them. You know, like
that's amazing.
Oh,
that's a great life.
Yeah, he lives his life right. So, oh yeah, he's very into them.
Because Scott told me that your dad is apparently he's had over 200 different types of crumble cookies,
and that's one of those things where I was like, 10 years ago, I'd have been like, that's hyperbole. Now I guarantee you that's true because he's written them all down. Like he has a journal that he writes in every single day.
I just didn't know it was to that extent. Yeah,
I guess so. I mean, he's probably ever since they came here, he's been obsessed with them. So yeah, he's very into it.
That's great. I get it. The last time I went to Crumble was with Scott after some slow pitch softball, and I went back in 2 different times to get more milk because they were going down so easy. I went back in. I was like, Scott, do you need any more milk? I'm going back in because we were like eating on the patio or something. Okay. And then I finished that milk, and I was like, I got to go back in one more time. It's good. Good milk, good cookies.
No milk will ever be our milk. One thing about my dad, unless can I say something else? Yeah. While I was there this weekend, you're going to appreciate this for multiple reasons. Just, I guess, mostly because you are in the business of making videos. And my dad, like I said, my parents are going to Alaska for the next couple of weeks. And so one of his good friends is getting married while they're going to be gone. And so my dad's like, "Hey, Brad," and he's like kind of awkward when he's asking me this. He asked me this a couple of weeks ago. He's like, "We're going to be gone for Dan's wedding. So what do you think maybe you could help me? Like maybe you and Jake could help me make a video. I don't know. Like you could do like the Chris Farley like thing. And maybe Jake could like, I don't know. Dan really likes Mick Jagger. So maybe Jake could be like Mick Jagger or something."
What kind of video is this?
Exactly. And I just kind of laughed. And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, sure, Dad, whatever." I was like, I don't know if Jake's going to want to do it. I said no for you. Basically. I was like, you would hate it. You're not going to want to do that. I was like, I don't know if Jake would want to do it. He's really busy all the time, but like, I'm sure I could find some time with you to do it. And so then anyway, he reminded me again, a couple of days ago, like, "Hey, when you're here this weekend, you might help me with this video." And I was like, and he even gave me an out. He's like, "If you're uncomfortable, I understand. You don't have to do it." And I said, "Dad, you've done a million things for me in life. Like if you want me to do, if you think this is going to be funny to your friends,
I'll be your Chris Farley."
Sure. I'll do whatever you think. Like, and so then the day that we were going to do it, it was just like classic. Like, I don't think this happens really with us, with Trey or anything, but like, I think we've all been in those situations where we kind of have a very, very general idea of like, this is the thing we're doing.
Totally.
And then my dad and even my mom were just like throwing out tons of ideas.
Yeah. It just becomes a brainstorming session when it should be like the time we're shooting.
Yes. I was like getting ready to get into my Chris Farley, Matt Foley motivational speaker gear. And my dad's like, and then I don't know, like I do have like a wig that kind of looks like a Trump wig. Like, I don't know, maybe you could do Trump. And then like later on, he said something about Mick Jagger again. And then my dad, like, anyway, it got off the and I was just like, okay, I'll do whatever you want me to do, but you just gotta tell me. And finally he goes, "Well, I was kind of hoping you could help me with all that." And I said, "Great. Here's what I think we should do." And I kept it simple and tried to do it pretty quick, but it was so funny. Like,
that's great. Look, you being a pro.
I'm actually going to post. I scheduled it to be posted. So if you're a Patreon member, you've already seen this, explanation and video and stuff. But it's like, "Yeah, sure, Dad, whatever. I'll do this with you." But it's just one of those classic, like, brainstorming.
Yeah.
Like, what about this?
Well,
I guess if you want to do that.
That could be funny.
And this guy's last name is Miller, but it looks like Mueller. And so my mom's like, oh, you could do like Ferris Bueller. And it's like Mueller. And I'm like, yeah, I could.
What is the video even like? It's just going to be sent to him, or what's like the?
Yeah, they're having like a wedding party beforehand with a lot of people, I guess.
Cool.
And so I think
it's going to be shown.
It's at one of my dad's friends' houses. So this friend is going to show it to everybody or something. So I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I guarantee they're going to think it's funny because it's my dad and they all know and love him. And sure, why not?
Yeah.
Like whatever you want, Dad. But it was just a classic. Like, will you do this for me?
No, that's great.
But it was kind of fun to be like, that's kind of, it's a little bit harder than it looks, right, guys?
Totally. And that's probably the difference in like people who do it all the time and people who don't ever do it. You know, it's like, we'll just get together and like, Jake, you bring your camera. Brad, you like come in like a costume. You bring the same type of costume, and then it'll be funny.
I was thinking you could do the Matt Foley thing, like the living in a van down by the river. I was like, sure.
But just like make it funny for his wedding.
But just like be goofy and like, I'll just do your
kind of fill it out.
Okay. I think we should talk about it a little more than that. Anyway, so yeah.
That's oh my gosh, that terrified me.
Me too, dude.
Oh, that was scary.
What's up, kids?
Oh my gosh.
Guys, it's
Fairway Franklin.
Fairway Franklin from the Sporty
sausage.
Good Times podcast. Oh, thank you.
That one's on me.
Thank you, bud.
How we doing, boys? Here's some ketchup for you, Jake. Boys,
What's up, man?
hey, I'm just making the rounds, Franklin's out and about right now.
Sure.
I had a few tips from the links if you guys wanted it. You ready? All right. Here's the first one.
Did you know about this? No idea.
I texted Abby and said, come join the podcast. And Abby said, I went to Home Depot with Isaac.
Oh, I thought you said dress up like Fairway Franklin and go in there. Okay. I misread what she was. Miscommunication.
Wait,
Sorry.
so these are tips?
These are tips from the links.
And by links, it's wordplay. Okay.
We'll see. Golf is a great way to catch up with your friends. If you mustered up the courage to chase your dreams, you'll relish the experience.
Wait. Let me absorb that one real quick.
Yeah, I got to take a quick breath between each one. May your yes be yes, may your nays be nay.
Nice.
Biblical on him.
Okay.
Come on. Yeah.
Wiener, you're going to learn that being a brat never ends in your favor.
That's good. That's parenting.
That's good.
Parenting.
Your dreams, they plump when you cook them.
Wow. Yeah. Fairway Franklin,
Good to see you,
Sporty
boys.
Good Times podcast. Follow him on Instagram.
All right, hey, you can keep
Sporty
this
Good
on.
Times,
Okay,
Sporty Good Times
We don't
podcast.
want to spoil.
Sporty good times. Sporty good times.
Bye, everybody.
That's one of those things where like he walks in and you're like, yeah, I was startled, dude.
I was startled and just nonstop laughter for 3 minutes.
Oh, I think in maybe 2 or 3 weeks I'm going to be on the Sporty Good Times podcast.
Really? How
I got called up.
I can hear him singing something as he goes upstairs. You got called up. How are you going to dress?
Oh, I hadn't thought about it.
Well, just kind of do your do like a Mick Jagger thing.
Do like the Mick Jagger, Matt Foley thing from Ferris Bueller.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you see the story I posted of Rachel in the costume?
Yes, tell me about that.
Yeah, it was. We had like a little triple date going with the Pecs and with Isaac and his Rachel.
Nice.
We all went and pickleballed and it was pelvis night, so pickleball Elvis. So
Oh, fun.
pelvis night.
Yeah.
And anyway, I had washed the Elvis costume and I had brought it. And I drove separately than Rachel. And Isaac was like, dude, you think she's actually going to wear that? And I was like, oh, for sure she will. And he like couldn't believe it. And so we got to the movie theater. I was like, Rachel, I have a surprise for you. I said, I have 2 surprises for you. One, I brought you a blanket. And she was like over the moon. Like, yes, I was worried I was going to be cold, getting a dress warm up. It's like 2, I brought you something that could also warm you up. Here's an Elvis costume. And she was like, oh my gosh. And so she put it on just like right there in the parking lot. And then walked in and yeah, we just filmed this like dumb video. And Derek today at work, he's like, dude, I don't know if this is embarrassing to admit, but he's like, I watched it 10 times. He's like, I couldn't get over the delivery of how she said it. He's like, I think I watched it 9 or 10 times.
It's one of those things where she's so comfortable and she's such a natural. Like,
Yeah.
like she didn't try too hard. She didn't overact. She just,
Which is a thing.
Elvis,
People, yeah.
Or Minions, you know.
Yeah. Minions. Which that was, yeah, a great moment too.
One
Anytime
take?
I've given, oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Was supposed to be earlier. We asked the guy who sold the tickets, like, hey, can we, can I film you? And he might have had a little something going on, but he was like, is this going to be posted?
Oh,
And I was like, yeah.
Of course.
And he's like, I would rather not.
Okay.
We're like, all right, hey, no worries. And so we
No
went
problem.
inside and the girl was down for it. So yeah, one take Rach. But yeah, any opportunity I've given her, like especially F12, she did phenomenal. She spoke better than I did that night. I was like, maybe
Yeah.
do you want to stay up here? She does good. Catherine the same way too. You can trust them in front of a camera with the microphone. They do a great job.
Well spoken.
Live streams.
Yes.
Catherine is the best
She
at a
does do
live
a good
stream.
job.
Yeah.
Sometimes she struggles like not talking to the microphone or like, like
The mechanics of
talking
like,
away, like talking to somebody like out of the frame. But I'm like, hey,
no, Brad, what I was saying was, yeah.
or like the
And
two
we're
of us,
back.
the two of us are on like, on the screen and then you're over in the corner and she's like, what'd you say? I'm like, we're trying to have a conversation. She's like, no, anyway, it's this live stream thing. It's like, no, come on, talk,
Say it like yeah, in the camera.
focus on this, but yeah, overall, she's definitely more well-spoken than me. She would tell anybody that I do way worse at telling stories than she does.
Really?
Like, but at the same time, she talks so much more than I do.
She has way more practice. It's
Yeah,
not fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it was great. Rachel watched the whole Elvis movie in the Elvis costume, which was fun, and I think she stayed warm. So win-win.
This viewing number 2 for you?
Yep, viewing number 2,
Mhm.
and it was fun. I still really enjoyed it.
Good.
I think everyone else seemed to really like it.
Does
I don't
Scott
know.
get pumped? Is he addicted like he was to Top Gun?
Scott said he got chills at certain parts of the movie, so I was like, I'll take that.
That's because he didn't have a blanket, dude.
He got an icy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that is one thing we got. So I ordered a large, just like icy, and I was like, "This sounds so good." Just a Coke icy and some bunch of cruncha, and
What are a bunch of crunches?
it's just how me and cousin Steve would always say that growing up. Just bunch or the crunch candy, the hold on,
Oh, like the
crunch bars, but in like little balls.
fun.
Yeah,
That seems like only can buy at the movies. Kind of fun.
exactly. And I only get it at the movies.
Cool.
It's like classical conditioning. You eat these, you're at the movies.
Gotcha.
You drink your red Powerade, you must be at a golf course. But they gave me 4 straws for my icy, and I was like, that's kind of weird. I don't know why they did that. And then about 3 minutes into sucking down a Coke icy, I realized why. These are paper straws, and they like coagulate at the bottom. I had to go through every straw. It was ruined. Every time I would go to drink, and
Dude,
I was not getting anything.
do they make like a collapsible portable straw? Because I'm sure they do.
Mhm.
And if they did, I might buy it. If things are going to continue on like they are. Like I'm talking like
Yeah.
it's like this pin, maybe even smaller, but it's like it's like a telescoping straw, and you pull it out, you drink your icy, and you put it back in your pocket.
Yeah.
Because that's ridiculous.
4 straws.
You used them all.
Take that, environment. You're welcome for saving you.
Oh, that's
Now I've
funny.
used 4 times the amount. Anyway, yeah, Scott got the chills. So that was fun. And I haven't like overheard Isaac listening to Elvis in his room or while he showers or anything. So I don't know if he really caught the bug like I did, but it's a good time.
Yeah, that's
It's a
fun.
good time. What was I going to say earlier? Oh, my dad called. This is kind of fun. I think what he's calling about is the festivities tomorrow night, which feels wrong to say out loud now. But by
Right.
the time this comes out, like it's totally fine.
Okay.
It's totally fine.
Okay, but you're confident she's going to say yes?
If not, then we will edit it out.
Okay, guys, Jake has some big news.
So tomorrow night, with the help of my family, my sister Caitlin is getting proposed to.
Oh!
I like the way you set that up. Are we on the same
Thank you.
page
Yeah,
there?
yeah, yeah.
I was like, I see what he's doing. Yeah. So who knows? Younger sister beat me to it.
Wow.
We'll see. Hey, we'll see
We'll
wedding
see.
day. Hey,
Well, we'll
Wed-
see.
hey.
We'll see proposal day
Engaged
too.
ain't married.
Well, and I mean, she's not engaged yet.
Yeah, it's true. I
You
got
got
about
time.
24 hours.
Yeah, engaged
Um,
ain't married.
So it's going to be a kind of a wild day and a half for me coming up. So I got a pretty full day of work tomorrow. I'm going to have to take off right before we start shooting Girls Gone Wild stuff, but I'll go straight from Trey's house. New house tomorrow. Shooting at the
Mhm.
studio tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
You're not
This is
excited.
far.
You're telling me.
I know. I'm sure. How far away is it? 50? I bet it's a solid 5-0.
I think no traffic at all. It's exactly 40.
Okay.
But usually like coming back, it's
Back.
like 4:30.
Right.
And so it's like that can add at least 10 minutes.
Right.
So it's far. And I know there's people listening of twice as long
Uh,
commutes, whatever.
Gas is expensive though.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And anyway, so I'll leave straight from the studio all the way to Branson. It's a nice Tuesday Branson proposal. We all saw it
yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
So I'll drive straight down there. And
Where are we gonna be? Big Cedar,
Devil's
Devil's Pool,
no,
Top of the Rock.
Landing, baby. right in front of the fountains.
Oh yeah. Right by the sunglass hut, baby. Where it all goes down.
Yeah, hiding out in Cantina Laredo.
Oh yeah.
Like it's meant to be.
Waxy O'Shea's.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a little post-engagement dinner at the Black Oak Grill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your dad gonna get some fish and chips there? Is that where you guys got fish and chips?
That was from the Land Shark Grill.
Oh, okay. Way different.
Yeah, totally different Branson experience. That's so funny. Right by the sunglass hut.
I'm just kidding. It's gonna be wonderful.
It's like several stairs down from the sunglass hut. It's not on the same level.
No.
It's a snowball's throw away, but it's not on the same level.
I mean, Richard Brooks could get it there. I guarantee you that.
But down at the landing, and so
how far away from Lids? Just in case.
Well, yeah, I don't know. So my mom, of course, has volunteered me to take the photos and videos of the day, and I was like, no, totally. I have tons of sisters that get engaged all the time, so
right.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I was giving her a hard time. And she's like, I know, I shouldn't. I was like, no, you should have. You're my mom. That's what moms do.
Sure.
You're supposed to volunteer your kids.
And your
to
mom's
do
going to
things.
have 15 different ideas right beforehand. Like, maybe you could dress up and,
And so, yeah, so I'll be taking the photos and everything. And I went and just Braden and I went and golfed like last week. And so we were kind of chatting like strategy and whatnot. And so I asked him, I was like, can you do me a favor? Like, one, let me know when it's going down.
Yeah.
And two, I was like, can you like take a screenshot of like Google Maps and like put in a circle or an X or something like where it's happening and like which way she's going to be facing.
Okay.
We're about 21 hours out. Don't have that info yet.
Okay.
So hopefully, I don't know where it's going down.
Okay.
But hopefully, and I'm scared to text him because they're together. They're like on like a kind of family vacation with his family down there.
Oh yeah. I was going to say call him, but
that's
if she sees that you're calling
I was
them.
like, what is he calling about?
So
I don't know exactly where it's going
Instagram
down.
DM. Do you think those pop up every time?
I don't know.
They don't pop up for me.
I wonder what his notifications look like.
Email.
I could shoot him an email.
I could shoot him an email.
You shoot him an email.
And I'll say it'll look like Ellis Custom Creations. So it'll look like, no, I don't know. Let's just hope Caitlin's not that kind of girl. That's not just checking his phone all the time.
Yeah. No,
or
I'm sure
just
we're fine.
trust him.
Yeah. Hey, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So I'll be driving straight down there, do the whole engagement thing, and hang out for a couple hours. And then I'll be driving straight from Branson, pretty much as soon as I got there, to the Kansas City airport because I fly at 5 a.m. Just driving through the night. It's going to be fun.
You're not going to stay at Scott's or anything?
I don't think so. I think I will just like
Park at the airport?
Yeah, just park. I mean, if it's a 5 a.m. flight, get there between 3:30 and 4. Like, I'll probably, stay in Branson long enough to eat dinner, get some Andes, maybe see a
Sure.
friend, and then it's like,
See a show.
got to go to the airport.
Yeah.
So, I'd rather just go straight to the airport than take a chance on like,
Yeah.
ooh, I could sleep for an hour and a half.
Sure.
Hope my alarm goes off.
Yeah.
And then I'll be flying to Vegas, and then from there things get really interesting because Rachel and her family are already in the area. They're staying in an Airbnb like 3 hours away from the airport. So Rachel's like, just let me know when your flight is. I'll come get you. I was like, you are not waking up
How far away?
3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you're not waking up at 2:30 a.m. to come drive 3 hours to get me and then drive 3 hours back. I was like, there's got to be shuttles. Like, let me figure something out. And I hit the Yahtzee here. There is a 6:30 a.m. Greyhound bus that'll take me where I need to go. So
Okay.
So think
Break it
about
down for me real quick. So you're flying at 5:30.
at 5 a.m. It'll
And it
land
gets there at
6 a.m.
6.
Vegas time.
You're gonna get to the Greyhound in time?
Well, I don't know if I'll actually make it to the bus in time, but regardless, I will be taking an early morning Greyhound bus from Las Vegas. Like, think about a Greyhound bus anywhere in the United States. It's like, oh, sketchy. Ooh, probably not worth the money you're saving. And then think about the type of person who's taking a bus out of Vegas at 6 a.m.
Well, I was gonna say normally I think the 6 a.m. bus would be the best bus to be on. But in Vegas,
I doubt they woke
I think
up
the
early.
6 a.m. bus is the bus where people have been up all night and they're just not the same as they should be.
No, there's not. And hey, I'm right there with them. I'll be up all night too. So it's kind of the same thing.
Fun.
Like, I don't think there's gonna be a single person on that bus who like woke up early and had their coffee. Every single person is like waddling on here from a casino or
Interesting.
worse.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
I'm gonna try to predict like a few different characters that you're gonna see. Okay.
Okay.
I think you are gonna see one like super boring old couple that's on the trip.
I will say the shuttle is going to, it's not like I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to like St. George, Utah, which is like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes outside of Zion, so
There's a
could see some-
ghostie from St. George, Utah that I built something for.
Holy, see?
Yeah. That's
Cow.
cool. Okay, so it's like
you think old couple.
yeah, I think one old couple.
I'm gonna say guy with a ponytail.
I'm envisioning like some guy that like looks like a very touristy, like experienced Vegas tourist old couple, but like not very excited. Like he's kind of balding. He's got hair on the sides, but he's bald on
George
top.
Costanza.
And yeah, it's like George's parents basically.
I think I'll get asked.
Guy with a ponytail.
Guy with a ponytail. I think I'm gonna get asked one time if I have a lighter.
Oh really?
Yeah, one time.
I think there's going to be one person. At least there's probably going to be multiple, but at least one person in sunglasses that does not say a word and just like acts like the window, like pane is like the most comfortable pillow in the world. Like just nuzzled up next to that pillow, just done. And then there's going to be a group of 3 people that are just far too loud, like not reading the room at all.
Hope not.
Like laughing a bunch of jokes that aren't like that funny, like reminiscing on their time.
Oh gosh.
There's going to be a bus driver.
Yeah,
I think just they're going to have a steering wheel in front of them.
I'll tell you what I hope there is.
Standard.
Elvis impersonator. I'm going to treat them as if they're Elvis. Kind of like Dwight and Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
I'm quizzing him about his own life.
I think you should bring your Elvis costume and be the Elvis impersonator because it's not going to be hot there in Vegas.
I've definitely thought about it. I was like, how big a bag do I want to pack? A carry-on would be nice, but the Elvis costume.
I kind of am trying to think about like, because you're probably going to get there, but on the way back, you're also flying out of Vegas.
Correct.
And you're spending a little bit of time there to film a video.
Oh yeah. Did we tell them about this? I think I just
so.
told Correct Opinions. Yeah.
We'll get there. But I also think like, I kind of want to make a bet with you of like, if you can make $100 in your Elvis costume in any way, I don't care how you do it. Like I would give you $100 more or something like that. But I don't know.
That is kind of
something fun like that.
I went to Vegas for a bachelor party for a guy named Matt Kelly, probably like 5-6 years ago. And we kind of split up into teams and tried to see who could make more money street performing. And then we quickly got kicked off the sidewalk because you need like a permit to our act, our shtick. It was like me and Sherman and Corey McDonald. We did white boy dance moves. So you would like pay us, and then in return we would show you like a really white dance move, and we earned like $13 or so. We were well on our way.
Okay.
And then got shut down.
That's okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, the one time I've ever street performed twice, and one of the times I got kicked off after a while. So
yeah, they know if you're not part of the crew. I feel like
yeah, they're like that guy's not local.
He thought of this recently.
That's an international Elvis costume. That thing's not domestic. But yeah, you are gonna film a Sheltered Kid Goes to Vegas video,
which is great. Everyone's working when they go on vacation. Trey filmed a girl who studies abroad. We went to Italy. You filmed Conservative Dad Goes to the Beach. And now it's my turn. Sheltered Kid Goes to Vegas. It's gonna be great.
Right off, baby. The whole trip,
more or less.
Yeah, that'll be great.
The last guy I hit up to do my taxes actually said no to me. So I don't think it's a real fun job to take on for some reason.
To be fair, did you ask him before or after April 20th?
I asked him on probably May 24th to do prior taxes, but also future taxes. And he told me yes on the phone. And like 3 days later, texted me, is like, Jake, I've been thinking about it. And this is just he said it was going to be, because if you do it by the books, I should file taxes in every state I've performed in.
Maybe don't like disclose all this on it.
And he was like, I'm not doing that. So I was like, I'll do it. I'll do it in TurboTax.
That's right.
So I did it by the books in TurboTax myself.
Did you? Yes, of course.
Like I always do.
Yep. That's you've always had a
in high school. I was most by the book. That's what they gave me.
Because you always had your nose in something.
Yeah. Thank you.
If you know what I mean.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of something called, or do you want to talk more about your trip, first of all?
I don't think so.
You're going to some national parks?
Yeah. It'll be fun. Yeah, Rachel and actually she just texted me not too long ago and said she loved the jingle today. Who is it? Abby McGee. She said she loved the jingle today. And I said, oh, did you listen? She said, yes, we all did as we were going into the Grand Canyon. So that's fun. Say, listen to Setting Queen. Abby McGee's here.
Abby, come over here.
Come over here.
Camera, so
okay.
You're gonna use. How are we doing?
Great.
We heard your voice. Please talk into the camera.
Okay.
Into the microphone. I mean.
Yes.
We heard your voice outside, and we were like, Abby would be great to have on the podcast.
Oh, I'm here.
We talked
I come
about
here
you
about once a month.
Yeah. Abby, for those who don't know, is engaged to Harrison Clark Pollard.
With an E.
Getting married November 29th.
Or 19th.
19.
Hope we're married
I
by
knew it
the
was a
29th.
9. Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Being married on November 29th. We talked about you last week on the podcast. I'm sure you've already
Whoa.
listened today, correct?
I have.
As you do every week.
Every week.
Right? On your...
Apple Podcasts.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Very good. We always say, on your Apple Podcast. No, we talked about how we went to the special, or we watched the special at your house.
Oh, yeah.
And how...
It was really hot.
No, I didn't mind the heat.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Love a crisp 80 degrees inside.
How you and I were sitting by each other, and every time you would laugh at a joke, you'd look at me and go, that was funny. I really thought that was funny. And I always thought to myself, I know, because you're laughing at the joke.
As I'm sitting here laughing, thinking like that was funny.
Like,
that I did that.
I should tell him though, like just in case he didn't understand what the laughter was all about. So anyway, I don't know. Do we have any?
I've learned that when I don't really think something's funny, I'm like, oh, that's funny. But I have no emotional.
Oh, you like say it because you don't know what else to
funny.
say.
Yeah, but
Kinda
it's not funny.
Like, oh, that's crazy. Wow. And in your head, you're like, please stop telling me the story.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. No way. That's interesting.
That's so funny.
Oh, yeah, we all do. Yeah. Wow, that's so funny. Okay, so it's like you have to have both in order for it truly
I'm
to be
like,
funny.
that's funny. But if I'm like, hey, that was funny, like that means that was really funny.
Gotcha.
There's
That's
my-
interesting.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
really interesting. Okay.
That's crazy. No, fun fact, everyone. Abby McGee and I have known each other since 2012.
Hello.
This is our 10th year of friendship.
It is.
We met at Kanakuk way back in the day.
What'd you guys do for your 10-year friendship anniversary? Friendiversaries.
We I had watermelon at our house.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just like the first summer.
Yeah.
We
there
had
you go.
watermelon together.
Yeah.
Abby, what is your first memory of me at Kanakuk? Can you remember?
I absolutely 1,000% can remember. It is seared into my brain.
Seared. Like a Fairway Franklin dog.
The first time, I probably remember. I probably met you before this, but this was like my first like memory. So at K-West, we always had the staff talent show.
Oh.
And
Did you ever perform, first of all?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I think I probably did like, I don't know. Do you remember?
Didn't you and all the other like kitchen ladies do
Yeah.
like a weird, just something weird, some like
Yeah.
acapella singing thing
Yes.
where by the end of it you're kind of going like, that's crazy.
That's really funny.
And that's funny. Oh, you guys did that together.
Good job, Michael. Justin, put that in.
Very funny, Michael. Okay.
Very funny, Michael.
No, it was funny. It was funny. Okay, so Jake talent show.
Correct.
Circa 2012. This was his second year at camp. Jake, no one really knew about Jake back then. We
Second
kind of
year is
knew he
always the fun one,
was
yeah.
kind of funny, but we didn't really know. It was kind of weird. He had a magic show act with his friend. I don't remember his name. Harrison. His name was Harrison.
No, his name was Ross.
Ross.
And I have not seen him since that week.
Really?
We didn't work the same session. So we did the talent show together. We won, and then I never saw him again.
Did you like recruit this guy? Like you were like, hey man, you look like a magic guy.
No, you look like a magic guy.
Like why were you
Hey.
so tight with Ross for one half of like
Hey,
a
some of the
week?
girls here are pretty creeped out by you. You good at magic?
You probably you probably know how to cut him in half, right? Is that what it was?
It wasn't quite magic. We did like a time machine skit.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. It wasn't magic. But no, Ross just seemed like a funny guy. We just clicked early on. I was like, this guy's funny.
Magical.
Well, you felt magical, but it was like a time machine skit.
It
So
was
is this-
a time machine.
This was your
yeah.
first summer?
This
Or-
was my first summer.
Okay.
Yes, first summer. Loving all things camp. The talent show comes on. There's this goofy guy, Jake, Goofy Ross,
Uh-huh.
and they have this time machine act where they repeat scenes but put biscuits in their mouth.
Yeah.
And every time, like, they would repeat the scene, they would eat a biscuit, and they would like go back in time, but there'd be biscuit in their mouth, so they would like
That's the
replay the
most
scene with
camp
the
thing.
biscuit.
Yeah. Because
I don't
it's so
remember-
much drier and drier and drier, obviously. So that's funny by itself.
Yeah, and it was just spewing everywhere. I'm sure I laughed, real laugh, not
Yeah.
just said that's funny laugh.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
I don't remember the premise of the scene, but I was like, that's a funny guy, and he won a 2x4.
Yeah.
Or
And
2-4.
that's-
2-4.
Yeah, they would tell everyone like, hey, the winner talent show gets free 2-4. So I was like, holy crap. Let's
Did-
think of
did
a
you
time machine
actually?
skit. But then they just hand you a 2x4. Ha ha. Get to put your name on the 2x4.
That's different.
My name is on the 2x4.
A 2-4 for camp. People that don't know camp is like a 24 hours off, like a day off.
It's pretty strict too. They're not just handing out free. It's not like the immunity idol. It's not like there's one
Yeah,
somewhere
you
in
get
camp.
1-2-4 every week, right? Or
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm impressed you actually had a memory. I asked you that kind of just like, let's see where this goes. You actually remember, and you remember specifics, except for the magic part.
Yeah,
And his name is Harrison.
So what has changed? What has changed about Jake in the 10 years you've known
Oh
him?
gosh.
Actually, Facebook Memories is one of my favorite places to frequent when
Yeah.
I'm bored.
Okay.
And Facebook Memories during the summertime 10 years ago is all camp.
Sure.
So
Sure.
there's two particular photos that come to mind when I think of Jake
This is great.
at camp. I do have a good, well, it's
Yeah.
Facebook Memories helps. Anyway, there's this photo the other day. Jake is in a giant blow up orange suit. And there's just like a sea of girls behind him.
I mean, another day at the office, huh?
I don't remember. That wasn't 10 years ago. I think that was like 8 years ago. But yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. But how's Jake changed? How's Jake changed?
Yeah.
How has Jake not changed? No, I'm just kidding.
He doesn't use those inflatables anymore.
He doesn't, that I know of. I don't know.
Yeah, true. We don't hang out with him all the time.
But really, I don't think he's changed that much.
He's still fun-loving guy.
Still a funny guy.
Mhm.
That is it. That's the exact photo I was thinking about.
It's cropped, but they're
Oh, because I'm back there.
What is it? What's the context here?
I don't know. Another day at the office.
Really? It wasn't like a themed like
I mean,
day
surely,
or party or
but-
anything.
What I'm guessing is
It looks like Jake
this,
is like the Syracuse Orangeman mascot, and there's a bunch of girls just behind him.
I think this was flagged before a party. Everyone's dressed up for the party. The girls are already there because they just got out of dinner, probably. And
Okay.
I'm there because I'm on program, so I have to be there.
Yeah,
And somehow someone takes a picture, and it's just me and the ladies.
gotcha.
Another day at the office.
I mean,
What are you
just
gonna do?
happened to be me and the ladies.
Yeah, I only show up.
I
to fl-
spilled a bunch of stuff. You know, everyone had to clean it up. So all the guys had to clean it up.
it.
Oh wow, Abby pulled it up very quickly. Yeah.
Okay, did you know on Facebook that you could search?
Sea friendship.
Yes.
Oh, I love sea
So
friendship.
we could just go deep
Yeah.
dive into Jake and I's friendship if you'd like.
Wouldn't hate it if you get anything else good.
There's Jake. There's me.
Oh, very cute.
Very cute.
Very fun.
I don't think I have any crazy memories besides this fun Christmas.
Oh yeah, Abby and I used to be next door neighbors in 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
Watched
Hattie
all
was
this.
born.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
when Stranger Things came out.
Every season. Jake's in a onesie in this photo.
You're
Say
in a
that.
onesie.
He's in a onesie. He's in a.
I was cold. It's wintertime. That's great though. We'll put some of those pictures on the screen for the YouTubers watching. And whoa, what is that? It's a video. What is that?
It's a video of me talking about chicken nuggets.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
That's interesting. Are you aware of what Harrison did earlier with the podcast?
I am not, but I have seen him this evening.
Oh, okay. I didn't know because he said that you were at Home Depot.
Isaac and I went to Home Depot.
Yeah, or you said, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Isaac and I went to Home Depot, and Harrison stayed home in a hot dog costume.
yeah, he just walked in, interrupted us completely. It just started giving us puns, hot dog puns, and it was awesome.
Nice.
So
Funny guy, that
second
Harrison.
best podcast we've had on this, or guest we've had on this episode.
Whoa,
was
thank you. I'm
Franklin.
assuming first is me.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you for coming.
Abby Nicole McGee, thank you for joining.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, I knew it was a basic white girl name.
Let's just go ahead and call her Abby Pollard.
November
Abby-
29th, they'll be married.
Hey, Pauls.
We will be married.
Yeah, by the
November
29th.
29th.
Abby, thanks for coming down here. See ya. That was fun.
Jake, do you know what a cicada killer is?
Cicada killer. Yes, that would be any drought or any hailstorm.
One
Could
more.
also just be like an anteater.
Yep.
How'd I do?
Almost there with the anteater
Okay.
because it's something in wildlife.
Bobcat.
No.
They call them hornet mosquitoes. They eat the cicadas.
Hornet skeeters.
Venus flytrap, but for cicadas.
That would be cool.
I wish there were more plants that would open and close their mouths. That would be sweet.
You'd be surprised, brother. You'd be surprised. There's these things called cicada killers. I didn't know much about them. I kind of learned about them a little bit last summer. They look like wasps, or like hornets, but they're twice as big.
Okay.
Just very scary looking things. I killed one in my shop last year. I posted on Patreon. Somebody said that's a cicada killer. Anyway, Catherine, I was showering the other day, like in the morning. Catherine comes into the bathroom. She's like, Brad, you have to come out here. There's a huge wasp out on the deck. And I say, now? Like, she's like, you need to come out here right now. Like, she has like the fly swatter ready to go. And so I, dry off and I put on my skibbies. That's it. Just me in my undies.
Yeah.
Going out into, blue collar Shawnee, Kansas over here.
That's great.
And with my fly swatter and swatted and missed 4 times, I would say.
Uh-oh.
I mean, and it's demoralizing enough when you miss once with the fly swatter.
But when your honey's watching.
Multiple times. Yeah. And, Bo and Hattie are watching from the inside of the window. And I miss, and I'm like, just in my underwear. Like, it's like ridiculous that this is not my personality at all to be this kind of person. But I was trying to be like a good guy for my family. Eventually, I think I've told people this on the Patreon before too, but like if you hold your hand close to your forehead and move towards a fly, it like can't sense that you're getting closer to it. Have you heard this?
What?
Dude, it sounds ridiculous. Try it sometime.
Hold your hand. What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. You put your hand, like open hand on your forehead and very slowly move it towards the fly. I mean, you can get this close to a fly. No idea, dude.
I think there's a lot of theories when it comes to approaching animals. You hear a lot of stuff. I'm like, I don't know if it's true. I feel like it's like rabbits. They're like, you approach them head on because their eyes face to the side. So they can't see. And it's like, I don't think that's accurate. There's a lot of stuff.
Like perfectly head on too with those things.
Yeah. It's like you actually, if elephant's charging at you, you should stand your ground.
If you're left-handed.
Name one person who's just going to stand there when an elephant's charging. Like,
no problem. Yeah. Well, this one's true. Okay.
Okay.
And so I was like, maybe cicada killer's the same way. Took the fly swatter on the face, got close, whacked that bad boy.
Yeah.
Got it. Stomped it real hard with my foot. Got it. Good. I'm the hero. I walk back inside, get dressed, and Catherine goes, Brad, not 1 minute later, there was somebody that came and turned around in our driveway. Because they were going the wrong way or something. Can you imagine?
You're out there.
If I'm out there just whacking away at the sky.
This guy, playing whack-a-mole with this guy. Looks like he's being potty trained because he's not wearing pants.
I mean, I would have been mortified. So I just think it's a funny image. Anyway.
You got to get a taller fence.
Yeah, exactly. Or not a see-through one at least.
Little GeoGuessr tip for you. You know
right.
how one way to know you might be in Japan? Because the camera itself feels lower to the ground because Japan sued Google like Streetcar because the camera was too high so you could see over their fences. And the Japanese were like, "Nuh-uh, I don't think so. Lower your cameras."
Very interesting.
So a little tip for you. If you feel low to the ground, you might be in Japan or Switzerland.
Okay.
I Googled cicada killer. I've never seen anything like this. It really is like a hornet, but with brown wings.
Apparently, though, it very rarely stings you. And so
they're here for cicadas. They're not here for us.
True. But yeah, they're huge, aren't they? Like
they are massive.
It is a scary looking hornet of a thing. So
the more you know.
Yes, that's right.
I don't hate looking at these. These aren't too bad. I saw a snake skin on the golf course, and I truly just like got grossed out. And I didn't like knowing that a snake felt comfortable around here to get undressed.
Is that what it means?
He's clearly uncomfy, or he's comfy around here.
What's the deal with snake? What's the deal with
they never stop growing, so they got to shed their skin eventually because it's too small for them.
That's so weird and gross. Do we do that in a weird way? I don't think so.
I mean, not all at once, and not at all.
Wait. An easier way to say it would be no.
Nope. No, we do not.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Cicada killer. So last night, as always, Sunday night is volleyball, and all session long, I've invited the ghosties. Like, hey, people's like, oh, we've always wanted to bump into you and Brad at Chick-fil-A. I'm like, Volleyball Beach, where you can find me.
Yep. Panera Bread.
No one's ever taken me up on it.
Yeah.
Which is fine. We've had people come to our games every week, like friends of ours. Bailey, Rachel, the Pecks, whoever. Mm-hmm. This is going to be our first week without ever having an audience there. It's like, bummer. We're about ready to start the game. Kid comes right up to me. Confident kid. He just walks right up and he says, hey, I'm Josh. I go, what's up, Josh? I'm Jake. Nice to meet you. And he's like, and this is Rachel. I was like, oh, hi, Rachel. And he's like, we drove here to watch you play volleyball. I was like, oh. And he goes, we're ghosties. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Way.
And then Isaac were like, no freaking way. I was like, finally. I was like, this is perfect. No one's here to watch us. You guys could be our audience tonight. And so he's like, yeah, my mom and sister are over there. So there was 4 of them.
Okay.
Who drove down from, Perry, Kansas.
Yeah. That's not that close.
It's not.
It's like near Lawrence.
Yeah, I learned they have a lake, man-made lake.
Sure.
Learned they have a golf course. Anyway, yeah, they came all this way just to watch us play a volleyball game. And I got a little nervous because we sat and talked to them for probably 5 minutes and another team hadn't showed up yet. I was like, oh gosh,
Oh man.
if the team doesn't show up the night they came. And I was also bummed because Rachel was already in Utah. And so she wasn't there. So I was like, like one of the main reasons to come is to see the Isaac, the Jake to Rachel to Isaac connection.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And so Rachel wasn't there. And on top of that, well, not that this is really a bad thing, but we were scrambling around all day. I could never find anyone who's like a decent volleyball player to sub for us. And so I was like, all right, let's just try us 3-on-4. And so we were like, we'll try to still make it entertaining for you guys, but we might have to be like running around here. It's not gonna be very pretty volleyball.
Yeah.
And ended up being really fun. We got to really chat with them and have fun with them. We ended up winning all 3 games against a pretty decent team. Yeah, once the team came over, we were like, dang it, we've played this team before, and they're pretty decent. So this is not the best night to only have 3, but
so is it kind of like when Russell Westbrook would go out and like the Thunder would be better? And it's like maybe like I think Russell Westbrook's good, but like maybe he's actually
look at the results.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we would have destroyed him if Rachel was there because it was a lot of just like, you have to cover so much ground. You have an entire volleyball court. There's only 3 people.
That's
so, I mean, I
nuts.
don't know how many times they would put it in the corner and I'm like diving with one arm and I'm just trying to get the ball up in the air.
Right. Just
and then I would
keep
end
it
up
alive.
sending it over. So it's like, all right, we didn't get the best hit on it, but we're just keeping it alive. So rarely did we execute a bump, set, and spike, but it was a lot of diving around, a lot of sweat. It was fun. And it was nice to meet the Rowe family.
How you spell it?
ROE, I think.
ROE. How fun.
ROE.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
We were kind of trying to get to know them all. Josh's sister, I forget her name now, but she was at F12 with her husband, which is fun. And
you think that they're from that area too? I kind of remember like a couple from that area.
Yeah. Okay. They would be from there as well. But there was another girl there who wasn't a part of the family. So I was like, okay, I think Josh is dating her. And she did go to K-State maybe, and now she's going to be going to Washburn. So like, okay, let's go buds.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, she's going to be freshman, sophomore, something like that. And so I was like, okay, so Josh, how old does that make you? And everyone kind of starts laughing and they're like, okay, that's kind of a complicated question. And around this time,
it's not
the other team.
Just say your name.
The other team is like getting on the court because it's between games. And so I was like, dang, I just asked this, but now we're going to have to go. And so they are all kind of like looking around a little awkwardly. He's like, let's just say she's a little older and I pull. And so we're like,
she's older.
Okay. And so I was like, yeah, go Josh. So we ran onto the field. So Josh might be 11 years old. I don't know.
Listen, Josh,
the age gap.
There's nothing wrong with dating a girl older than you. It's when you date a girl younger than you where it's creepy. Okay. Like
be loud and proud.
I'd say 5-6 years like is definitely the max for how much younger a girl could be than you. Right, Jake?
5.5 is where I would
5.5 or so.
Yeah.
Like anything less than that's just like this guy's just, shooting fish in a barrel at this
What's
point.
the difference between Peter and Sophie?
5 and 5 months.
If you're 5 and 5 months, that's weird.
I have no idea what they are.
Either.
It was just so funny whenever like Peter and Sophie got together because Sophie was really good friends with some girls that like Peter, like whenever Peter was working for K-Life, they were like high schoolers in K-Life.
Yeah.
He was like, wait a second.
Peter, you're freaking us out. Just kidding.
No, anyway, that's
just
awesome.
Yeah, it was fun that they came and supported. And I don't know if we entertained them enough to where they would do it again. But maybe.
Rank currently your favorite sports to play. If you could just be like, hey, we have a day where we can play 4 sports and 4 sports only.
Oh, fun question.
Thank you.
Be thinking of your answer too. I want to hear yours. Still got to go golf, number 1. Just still so obsessed.
Yes.
So obsessed. Can't get enough of it. 2, I would say volleyball under the condition that Rachel Coop is also there.
Of course.
Makes it way more fun. 3, I'd have to go pickleball. Don't play it that much, but still fun. And then 4, what about some just pickup football?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as Gunner's there.
Yeah. Or dim check.
Yeah.
Humming.
Yeah, humming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. What are your 4? You can have some contingencies too on people.
Okay. Pick up basketball if LeBron James is there.
Home run derby if LeBron James is there.
Home run derby if Mark McGuire's there. No. Pick up basketball is always number 1, I think, for me. Which I haven't played in forever, but it's just so fun. Pickleball is really fun for me. Still. let's see, other sports I'd really want to play right now, like currently.
Magic the Gathering, chess,
No,
ping pong,
no,
billiards,
maybe.
bull riding.
Golf randomly is like probably 4 for me, even because at the end of
Because
August,
this means that you had time to play it.
yes,
if you were given this whole
that's
day.
also that contingency is like I can play it guilt free and I'm prepared for this.
Yeah, fun.
No, at the end of August, a bunch of my buddies are coming. There's like 10 of us coming up for the fantasy football draft in Kansas City this time.
Great.
And we're going to go play golf and I'm excited about it. So, and I don't know. I like football fine. These days I just get worried about my knees with pickup football. So
Yeah.
maybe a good game of wiffle ball or just like
Ooh.
real baseball. I'm not really that interested
Yeah.
in softball, but I would not hate like playing like a game of fast pitch baseball.
Who was I talking to? I think it was Garrett Gibson. He was talking that he wanted to organize like a 9-on-9,
Yeah.
like just a legitimate baseball
Like
game.
give me a catcher and gear
Yeah.
and knee safers and let's play some ball.
And just kind of like everyone just kind of agree on balls and strikes, I guess, or
Yeah.
that part gets a little interesting.
So we
but-
get an umpire.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. My dad will do it.
Dean Ellis. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say absolutely.
My dad would be such a nice umpire. He'd be like, okay, fine, ball.
Oh, let's just redo it.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Okay. Strike. Sorry.
Strike.
Let's
Okay.
go back to strike.
Yeah, just a legitimate baseball game. Kind of fun.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be great.
That's fun. Or just catch, dude.
Yeah.
You can make me happy. I've said this before, but like you can make me happy for days if we're just playing catch. Like me and Watson the other day, I was like, I love this. I cannot wait. I'll play catch with Bo for the like hours at a time if he wants to.
Catch is great.
It's amazing.
I think at one point, maybe like 2 years ago or so on this podcast, or maybe it was a voice memo. Someone asked about our perfect day. And I think in my perfect day, me and my dad play catch
Oh, really?
in Stratford.
I
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
so. I think
Yeah.
that's got to be a part of it.
Oh yeah, I love playing catch with we would play until my dad would literally like almost get hit in the face a few times because
it's so dark.
I'm like, Dad, come on,
Yeah.
come on, you can see it, okay? It's like, I can't see it. I'm sorry. We gotta be done. And then we turn on the light and like the light would like kind of show the ball, but not really.
Which light? Oh, like a porch
like
light
a
or
porch
something.
light. Or
Oh,
something.
gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway,
Fun times.
Fun times.
I went through the McDonald's drive-through a couple nights ago, and I was a thirsty boy, but it was kind of late at night. I was like, maybe a little snack, a little treat yourself. I'm not intermittent fasting.
Apple pie.
Dude, I don't know why I've kind of fallen off the apple pie train. I've been getting my
probably a good
pastries
thing.
in the morning, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know why I haven't.
Let me guess then.
Okay.
So you didn't have apple pie, but you got a treat.
Mhm.
Sweet treat.
Yeah, of course.
Hot fudge sundae.
No, good guess though. Those are great.
McFlurry.
No,
No.
drier than these.
Okay. The muffins, blueberry muffins.
No, I do love those
because
too.
those are
Though.
pastries. I didn't think it would be that.
Yeah, those are really good. If you like sugar,
They have
guys.
cinnamon. Cinnamon
No,
rolls?
Luke Crenshaw.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
2 cookies in the water.
Yeah, best order of all time.
I'll just
Very
take
like
2 cookies in
Harrison
the
Pollard vibes out of that night from Crenshaw. But so I ordered 3 chocolate chip cookies because they're like 3 for $1 or whatever.
water. Right.
And
That's what was so funny about him ordering 2.
I'll take 2, which comes out to like $1.30 probably. It's like way
Yeah.
more expensive to do it that way. And so I got 3 cookies and like a thing of milk, and not to drink at the same time as the tea, but it's like once I'm done with the sweet tea, then
Just
like
like your QT last week when you were
yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. They're compartmentalized
Yeah.
by time. And so I get to the window to pay and get my thing. And this guy, he's probably like an 18-year-old kid. He just like immediately, he just seems so remarkably normal, which I think that's just the standard that McDonald's has set, where it takes very little for me to be like, wow, this guy's awesome. Because all he did was just like, he nodded his head at me. He's like, what's up, man? And I was like, hey, what's going on? He's like, you had the sweet tea, right? And I was like, yeah, I did. And just like, that's all it took. And I was like, man, this guy's bright. And which I don't know.
Yeah,
what,
you're right. The standard was very low.
I
for
don't know
that.
what that's. I don't
What's
think
up,
it
man?
says that much about me. I think it kind of says more things about McDonald's. But I was like, wow, this guy's awesome. I'm like, this guy deserves a promotion. And he
You've
said
had
6 words to me.
You've had a big enough sample size of McDonald's to know like the type of people that you've encountered there.
Yeah, it's
This
just
guy's not
typically
normal for them.
And Isaac can back it up. I don't know how many times. Just like, hey, how's it going? What can I get for you?
Nothing. Yeah.
Okay. And so I already feel like this guy's cool. I don't know. We already have this like social, just like compatibility. I'm like, this guy just seems like he gets it.
Yeah.
Whatever. And he's like, you had the sweet tea? And I was like, yeah. And then we make some like small talk about something. He's like, oh, and you had the wait, is this you? You had the cookies and the milk? And kind of like looks in my car And like, I don't know why. I think it's because he's like this cool, like high schooler. Dude, I go, yeah, it's for the kiddo at home.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, it just came out of me. Yeah, I couldn't. It was milk, dude. I had to say kiddo at home.
Oh my gosh. How late was this?
I don't know. I mean, probably like 9:45, 10:15 at night.
Yeah, just love getting that. Oh my gosh.
It makes no sense. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I'd earned something with this guy. He liked me. He thought I was cool.
That's better than calling yourself jeans shorts.
Yeah, kiddo at home.
For the kiddo at home. Jake, you're starting to get old where you're like embarrassed of yourself of like
I say these things when I'm by myself. I just say stuff.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's for the kiddo at home.
Yeah.
You like start like really going into a long monologue about him.
Yeah, he takes after his sister, and she takes after me.
He's a spunky one, That's so funny.
It was such a weird thing. I had to tell Rachel immediately. I was like, I got to tell you about this McDonald's experience. It was so weird. I don't know why I did that.
like sweet tea, no problem. I'll own up to that. But milk and cookies, no way.
I don't know. I think if he would have been any other McDonald's worker.
The way he looked, like he kind of examined your car. He's like, surely this guy's too cool for
and you had the milk and cookies, and I just didn't want to say yes. I don't know.
You take that kid to Chuck E. Cheese probably too, you freak. Yeah, I thought I did.
Yeah. So if he had been any other McDonald's worker, I probably just been like, yeah, or like.
That is so funny. That made me take off my headphones in amazement. I don't think I've ever done that before.
Yeah, I was excited. Just Rachel's reaction alone told me, you know what, this might be a good podcast story. So I was just shocked at what I did. Yeah, I was like the jean shorts thing. It's like, what's wrong with me? I'm getting worse.
Golly, dude.
Getting worse.
I have one little story. I think it's okay to tell. I haven't asked his permission. I got the story relayed from his brother. So my cousin Joel was at dinner on Friday with us, my parents' house, and his brother Corey is a friend of yours. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worked at camp together.
Yeah, worked at camp together.
2012. I'm in McGee.
You guys do video stuff,
Yeah.
You guys are in the arts.
We're Facebook friends.
You guys, both belong to the Louvre. Put that guy in the Louvre.
Of the arts.
Anyway, Corey is awesome. He was just on a mission trip in Uganda. And if you know much about Corey, talk about like the picky eaters, like YouTube video, like he was that guy. Like growing up, he was not one to like really go out of his way, whatever. Like, and then he married a wonderful, awesome, adventurous girl, and now he's like started to see the light a little bit of like, you should try pico de gallo on your tacos.
Jalapenos, not bad.
Yeah, like he's like really. I mean, it's been amazing how he's expanded his horizons. Even like going to Uganda and like how he's really enjoying stuff like that is awesome. So anyway,
Uganda drives on the left side of the road, by the way.
Good to know.
Easy little tip. Yep. Are
Are they on GeoGuessr as well?
Yes, they are.
Because you said most of Africa is not.
A lot of Africa is not. Uganda is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Corey's in Uganda. I say all that stuff to preface that, yeah, he's still a type A little bit of a warrior, a little bit of, just not supernatural and super space natural in these type of situations. Like in the sense of like, basically what happened was something he ate didn't sit right, and he was having trouble, digestive trouble. And so they go to like he's feeling it, like he's struggling. And they go to this church, this Ugandan church. And it's a classic like mission trip church. I feel like anytime you go on a mission, like church on a mission trip is like 2.5 hours long. You know?
And it's
like,
hot.
The service is never quick, just like, actually in Guatemala, they only do 25-minute services. Like
it's unheard of.
They're always longer, when you're on a mission trip. But anyway, so he like before going into the church, he like tries to go into this bathroom. And he's like, it was so disgusting that I couldn't even go in there. Like,
oh, really?
Like it was so gross. And he's
like, the Holy Spirit wasn't even in there.
Yeah. He's been to Japan and seen their, low cameras with tall fences and like,
oh boy,
done all these different, he's been around. So like, it must've really been disgusting bathroom, whatever. But he's like, I can't do it. I'm just holding it. And so, not only was the service really long, but then they had all the Americans get up and like say, what they've learned on the trip and, do anything. And of course, like, I think Corey's one of the last ones to go, and his wife, Erica, waxes poetic and says all this stuff. And Corey's like, okay, for me, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet
Yeah.
and be done, whatever. And, it comes to his turn. He just goes, I love Uganda. I love the Ugandan people. And then apparently he just passed out,
What?
like faints and like falls to the ground.
Holy Spirit. Oh my gosh.
Because I think he was struggling so hard or something. Maybe he was like dehydrated or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
But just, I mean, it's a funny story anyway, but
What
if
a
you
line
know
to go
him,
out, yeah.
like he's already high strung and high, like, like he is outside of his comfort zone. I'm so proud of him for being there and like taking these leaps, struggling. I love Uganda. I love the Ugandan people.
Just-
Boom.
That's a great line to go out on.
But apparently, they woke him up. And I think like in order to help him, when they woke him up, they gave him a bunch of water and stuff, which I'm sure instigates a lot of feelings in your bowels and everything.
Maybe.
And then he has to drive like 30 minutes back to his, place on his bus. So I don't know what the end of the story was. I just know that he, was struggling with all this stuff. So.
Oh, that pastor was fired up. You probably thought that he'd been slain in the spirit.
Right.
Like,
Anyway.
no, just dehydrated. That's amazing. I love Uganda. I'm going to say that next time I'm like feeling sick. I'm going to say that to myself, see if it like helps churn anything.
Yeah. See if it gets going or whatever. But anyway.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I have another quick story from, I got quite a bit of stand-up stuff written last week. It was fun. I felt productive. I went to a couple different coffee shops, figuring stuff out for Virginia Beach coming up. And went to Summer Moon. You ever been to Summer Moon?
Nope.
Rachel kind of discovered it. I love it. It's like 91st and Metcalf or so.
I feel like it's Luke Hoagland's. It's his jam.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I never seen him
Catherine's
in
been
there.
before.
Cool.
Yeah, they have Moon Milk. You big Moon Milk guy?
Oh, yeah. I love Moon Milk.
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Cool.
But and recently it's been a hub of just fans and subscribers and everything.
Hubba.
Hubba.
Mhm.
Thursday or whenever I was in there. Yeah, some ghosties came up and said what's up. And then like a Gene Shorts subscriber came and said what's up. And then a third person, she had seen me perform. Like it wasn't real familiar with the videos or anything, but
Cool.
it came to the show at Uptown Theater, saw me and Trey perform. She's like saying what's up. And
No way.
so that was kind of cool. So we talked for a little bit and she leaves and then comes back. Something I've never had happen to me. She hands me something and it's her phone number on a Post-it note. And she said, if I don't hand you this, it'll be the biggest regret of my life.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. And she just walked away.
Yeah.
It was like Luke spoiling a surprise. He just had to get out of there. Just chug some water. Oh, gotta go.
Okay.
And so of course I was like, Rachel, look what happens when you don't come to
That's
Summer
right.
Moon with me. Yeah.
Kiddo at home and
Get home.
girlfriend too. Yeah.
But that happened to be the same coffee shop where the guy was typing on a typewriter.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, I posted that. I think that might be the most replies I've ever gotten to a story of all time. I didn't think it was that crazy. It was like, yeah, people are weird or whatever. But yeah, I probably got like 400 replies to that story.
Most of them just being like, whoa, that's crazy.
It was a mix of, yeah, everyone just saying a different aspect of it. Some people had really funny like jokes to say like, wow, the nerve of this guy to sit in front of the outlet, like he doesn't need it.
Yeah, right.
Or some people, because it was fascinating too, because he had an energy drink next to him. So it's like, this is a weird combo. Like this old fashioned
Yeah, you'd think he's like only going for
black coffee.
Yeah, like black coffee,
Tea.
but not just like drip coffee even. Like he wants like the
It's artisan.
yeah,
Kenyan.
whatever. What's it called? The pour over. Yeah.
George Porwell.
Yes. All those things.
C.S. Brewis.
CS what?
Brewis.
Okay. One more.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I said in the caption of the video.
Oh crap. Sorry.
Thanks for thinking it was cool.
Wow, that's good.
Whoa! Take the headphones
You
off.
do all of them?
What?
Did you say all those three?
No.
Just Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
Okay. That does sound familiar, but anyway.
Yeah, so many different replies, and yeah, some people are just getting fired up. Like Morgan Mitchell or Morgan Caldwell replied like 6 times. She's like, I just keep watching. I just keep getting more fired up about it. It's like, that is so loud. I can't believe how loud that is. So people were like way more agitated than I was, I think. But it was just a fascinating like thing to see, I guess.
Breaking it down more now, I like the idea more than anything of him getting it out of his car and walking in with it.
So we left. We both stayed there till close. So we
Uh-huh.
both got to leave at the same time. So I got to see him pack it up in a little briefcase.
Oh, he had a case for it.
yeah.
That makes sense.
It would be funny.
I was thinking he was just kind of lugging it like he would like a really big dictionary or
Or
something.
like a rescued like sheep. Like he has
Yeah.
a hole under his arm.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah, so he just packed it up and then he just kind of wandered around because I was like, I was trying to just gather info. Like, what kind of guy is this? He didn't go to his car. He just was just wandering around.
Okay.
He's lost. He's looking for something. He's looking for technology.
Yeah, he's trying to figure it out. Okay.
That was fun.
Yeah, yeah. What kind of other things is he like? Is he going to a payphone to call?
Where does he listen
call
to
his
music?
taxi? Yeah, and on his Walkman.
What's his music? What's his TV show consumption look like?
Right? Is he only watching TV Land, Turner Classic Movies?
That's fine. I just remembered. I think someone replied to my story. I can't find it now, but it was something like, I used to work here, or I used to work at a coffee shop, and I saw a guy write books. He would write a book on a typewriter.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
If you ever
only
want to
have
be
one copy.
Now, where was that? What did I say there? Let me just search it real. How am I supposed to? Yeah, you drop the pages and they get all out
Book's
of order.
over.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't. I
like writing things down, but I would never write a book on a typewriter. Yeah. Whenever we did, Gene Short's types of people at a coffee shop, I remember talking to this guy that kind of owns or partially owns some of the big coffee shops in Kansas City. And he gave us a bunch of ideas, but they were all ridiculously niche stuff like that.
And it was I don't think people would believe that this happened in a coffee shop.
But yeah, I'm sure out of all places, coffee shops get the most funny stories because people stay there longer. And so people bring in weird things.
You have more time to see. And
I'm sure there was the other day I was at Panera. There was this woman who had these extension things for her laptop computer to make it into a 3-monitor system. And it was actually kind of cool. I was like, I might write that down to see how much these things cost, but I didn't. Anyway, but yeah, I'm sure there's crazy stuff like that you see all over the place.
Totally. So many of the replies were too about wow, this guy wants attention and he's getting it.
Yeah.
To bring a typewriter and it's ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding. He was just slamming away for hours.
Gosh,
but
interesting.
I didn't mind it. What do you think about some voice memos?
Yes.
You think yes?
I think yes. I love voice memos. I love the voice memo people.
Hi, Jake. Hi, Brad. This is Josh calling again. Last time we talked, we were planning out Josh Trivia Night.
Love Josh.
Which we called Juno Josh. I wanted to give an update that it was a success. I had so much fun, and it was just a really good time. I appreciated all the suggestions and ideas. I ended up not really taking any of them, but it was really mainly on
the suggestions were awesome.
I did not have enough time
to
really plan this out. So I'm calling this week because I have a question. I know Brad has recently become a boss since he's hired an intern.
Big
boss. I have been put in a similar situation at work. I am now the boss of 2 people, and I have never been a boss before. So I'm calling for suggestions on how to be fun, how to be memorable. One fact you might want to know is that these 2 people are women in their late 50s, and I am in their 30s. So take that into consideration. Thanks, and have fun.
Have fun.
What do you got, boss?
I just, whenever he said be memorable, I thought you could do so many things to be memorable.
Yeah, if memorable is the only goal, plenty of stuff.
Get them, buy them both ice cream, and then smack it out of their hand and say,
everything is earned, not given in this office.
That's right.
That's a lesson.
Samples only.
That would be memorable.
I wish I knew a little bit more about what exactly he does. We met Josh before. He's come to some events, but
he was just a Kansas City. I saw.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
At your, not your. That was Josh Rowe. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Josh Katz and I must be Facebook friends or something. I saw that he was at Oklahoma Joe's. Fun. Memorable. Hey, ladies, as you guys know, first Monday of every month, haircut day.
Every month, a girl gets a haircut.
I'm cutting Tanya's. Tanya's cutting Linda's, and Linda's cutting mine.
I like it.
Yeah, memorable.
And then have different themes for the haircut days. Like do one blindfolded, do one
70s theme
without electricity, do one only with electrical, tools. Do one without a traditional hairstyle tools. Like, you have to use
Fiskars.
Yeah, that's right. The kids' scissors or something. Man, it's fun. I don't know. All my answers are just serious or normal.
No, that's great. Let's go that route. I think
I've just learned anytime in leadership, you just naturally want to try to be some exciting, fun person, kind of like what the questions that he's asking is how do I do it? And it's the best way to make them like you is just be yourself. Like, remember in youth ministry for a while, I tried to like talk similarly to them. And when I finally was just like myself and like talked about my family and like my marriage and stuff, like I think they related to me more.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I think, yeah, you're different than them. So therefore be different than them. Don't try to act like they're your mom or something like that. But yeah, I don't know.
That's good advice.
Thanks. I think that's more of just like if you're leading younger people than you, but older people it probably works too.
Still could work.
Yeah. Treat them normal. Like don't treat them like they're this completely different dinosaur from you or something.
Here's what I do in the first week, and maybe you already know them, or maybe you're just now going to get to them for the first time. Try to like really pay attention and just try to find something that they like, they've taken an interest in, and then you wait like 2 or 3 months and you get them like a gift that coincides with that, and they're going to be amazed that you remembered that thing that you like. I think little things go a long way.
I also just think I'm already naturally wired this way, both receiving and giving, but words of affirmation, words of encouragement are huge to me. Like if you write them a note, specifically a letter, I think letters are so amazing, but even a text of like, hey, just want to say you're doing a really great job. Thank you so much. Let me know if you need anything. Like that to me is like, I like this job now. Like I'm happy to be here. Like
little notes.
Like you're
text,
doing great.
Email.
You know, I don't know if I'm being a good boss or not, but I always am just like, please let me know if you have any questions. You know, I remember what it was like to be new here. So don't feel like, you know, you need to be intimidated by me.
Or, you want to create like a comfy environment.
Right.
Like, hey, it's chill.
Right. Yeah.
I'm so chill.
So yeah, I don't know. That's a fun. I like the memorable aspect though. Like how can I just like do something crazy?
How can I do something that they remember?
One day, just don't talk to them at all. The next day, never stop talking.
Talk to them like an auctioneer.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, give it on, give it to, give it to. I see it there. Give it on.
Yeah.
No, but EOD.
The third day, just do like the thing where Michael in the office uses Harvey and just have everything go through a computerized thing.
Get out of my R5. Something like that.
You ruined a funny joke, you. Yeah. All good options.
All
right?
good. Choose one of those.
Yeah. So that's a fun question though, Josh. Congratulations for being a boss to 2 50-year-old, and congratulations to whoever hired those people for knowing exactly, you know, the right positions to put them in with a 25-year-old guy.
Congratulations on your job at the zoo because you're in charge of 2 cougars.
Oh, yeah.
Let's move on. Next one.
Aloha, Jake and Brad from Hawaii. This is Lizzie, as in the Lizzie who just won Jake's $500 giveaway. So I thought I'd finally just hop on here and leave what I like to call reverse cameo to say thank you so much. I'm so freaking excited and happy. This has made my vacation. It's already so amazing, but oh my gosh. So I've been meaning to leave one voicemail because I just want to ask, can you guys think of any better account names for my sewing account? Because I've been trying to think of a pun for a while. I have no ideas. Been taking up a lot of brain space, gotta be honest. Also, I love your guys' jingles, and I was hoping you guys could like make a playlist of them separately so I can just listen to them whenever I want because they make me so happy. And also, Brad, I have also torn my ACL, so I was wondering, how did you tear yours, and what was your experience after surgery?
Fun.
Okay.
Sewing glossary on charlottecan.com. Let's see here.
I'm on vocabulary.com. Backstitch. Oversew.
Bias binding.
Fabric.
Bobbin. Buttonhole. I think just called the buttonhole.
She needs, some wordplay.
Listen here, you buttonhole.
Her sewing account.
Cut unfold. Her name's Lucy. Lindsay.
No, Lizzie. When I Venmo'd her the money, I said, "Don't spend it all on one thimble." So, is that spurring on anything? I didn't know anything about her. All I knew was it was Lizzie's sewing account.
Let's get ready to thimble.
It's time.
Or seamstresses, a thimble.
That's very funny.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
A thimble.
What's like the Sanger? I think is like a popular sewing machine brand.
Oh, okay.
Sanger. So what about something with that?
You know, we're using that word. Anything with tack, fray.
How to Save a Life.
Good band.
Yeah. Tack. Something about attack.
A phrasing grace.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not. That's not
Attack.
Needle. Nothing.
Need. Yeah.
See the trouble.
Stitch.
Hymn. Roosters and hymns.
Stitch it.
What about Stitch Fix?
Oh my gosh.
That could work.
Say that again.
Stitch Fix? Like you're fixing, like
one
stitching.
word or two.
What do you think?
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No
think it's
underscores
two.
if you can. If you can help it. Just Stitch Fix.
Stitchfix.com. See if there's domain out there for that.
I bet you'll be fine.
What about fusible interfacing? Can you think about anything with that term? Somebody out there right now is like, they're like seamstress and they're like, this is the best episode yet.
Yeah, I'm loving this. This is great.
Him, the Northern Hemisphere.
Him and hers,
Yep.
but spelled HEM.
Or hymns, like HYMS.
Mhm.
Hymns. The hymnal.
The hymnal.
Yeah,
The sewing hymnal.
I like that.
That's
A
not
little
bad.
sacrilege, but
HE.
not terrible because it's not like, whatever.
You could still incorporate. Ooh, and then you incorporate. What you do is you stitch, like, all fly away, old glory. You
Love it.
You attach him. You sew. What am I trying? You stitch fix
Yeah,
lyrics into your work.
you got it. Yeah.
You use backstitch and oversew these
Uh-huh.
with your machine stitch into the fabric.
Amazing phrase.
And just like that, you've got amazing phrase.
Yeah, that's it. The hymnal.
You're welcome, Lizzie. If the $500 wasn't enough, there's $1 million idea.
Lizzie, can I call you out real quick? I think you entered it multiple times.
What do you mean?
I think she entered in one for her personal
Oh,
account,
her main account?
one from her sewing account.
Ooh.
Did you, Lizzie? And if so, my Venmo is B_Rad Ellis, and I will take half of that money.
That's cool to know. I didn't know she was a ghostie.
Actually, my Venmo now is Brad Ellis Creations. I changed it.
Brad Ellis Creations?
Yeah, because Ellis Creations is taken.
That
I
sounds
thought it was
funny.
a little more legit than B Rad Ellis.
B Rad Ellis. Yeah, I didn't know she was a ghostie. Who won the money?
That is
That's
really
great.
fun.
That's
That's
fun.
way better.
Yeah, we didn't really exchange any. Honestly, it was great to hear just now that she was so fired up because it was kind of like, hey, congrats, you won. Do you have Venmo? And she's like, yeah, I do. Here it is. And then I sent it and that was it.
Maybe it sounded like she was in Hawaii, so maybe the time change, she was either brand new in the morning or going to bed at night. Like,
It gets crazy
yeah,
over
we
there.
know how it is.
It's nuts.
TJ and Bethke, they're always having
They never.
D&D. They're do not disturb all the time.
No, that's great, Lizzie. I'm glad it went to you. I'm glad it went to a ghostie. Glad you're in Hawaii when you got it. It's kind of fun.
That is so crazy.
I had
That's
some
so
people on Instagram trying to call me out this week. They're like, hey, what's with you said you're gonna give that money away. What happened? And I was like, I gave it away last Friday night. And they were like, but like, do we know like how it was given away? And I was like, I posted the exact Excel spreadsheet and I showed me like giving it away. And like, oh, okay, I guess I missed it then.
That's a fun type of person right there. Like someone
It
who's
didn't
like,
seem fun.
oh, I know exactly. Like somebody who's like questioning the validity of your contest and like, can you please show like a screenshot of your Venmo? Like you sent it and like exactly how much, and that's USD and not like, euros or something. Cause the dollar's really strong right now. And like, it's
Make
like,
sure it's USDs.
okay. Like, thanks for checking in. Yeah.
Yeah. When I had posted it publicly.
Yeah.
But someone else commented, and I really liked it. They said, I appreciate you posting this. They're like, the Kardashians are always doing giveaways. And we never know who gets it or if they're even giving it away. So it's like,
Oh, really?
great. Not real familiar with the Kardashians content, but good to know that I'm counter.
I've always said if I do a giveaway, I'm not going to do it like Kim and Chloe.
I love the Kardashians. I love the Kardashian people. All right. That's
wow.
probably good. Let's do some reviews of the week.
Views of the week.
Do you have one that you would like to say, Brad? Or do you have one that I would like to say?
You go ahead.
Okay, this one says 5 stars, just drinks from Colo Dan. I drive 60 minutes round trip every day and I haven't listened to music in months. That's fun. That's cool. Long time listener, but unsure when I started. So approximately 4 months ago, decided to start listening from the very beginning and find where I initially started listening. And I am dying at how funny these earlier episodes are. I hope that's in a good way. Or if it's like, these are embarrassing.
Or I hope that you still think our new ones are funny.
Yeah, and it's not just the old ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. But I came here ready to tell Jake he sent me into a time warp when he brought up Just Drinks on Correct Opinions the other day after he initially had the thought on the Ghostrunners podcast. My mind was blown. Do you know why?
Because of the time warp.
Yeah, I'm a little lost now, but either way, Love to hear mine was blown. You're welcome.
I don't know. I don't understand the phrase time warp there.
Let's see.
Also, I don't think it's possible to have a time warp in real life.
I watched A Wrinkle in Time.
Warp?
Or no,
A Warple in Time?
I read A Warple in Time in 9th grade, and it was one of the more confusing pieces of literature I've ever read.
Oh, really?
So I also don't know how time warps work. Time warps work.
I don't know anything about how time warps work. Okay?
Sorry, I'm just talking like my kiddo.
All I know is that there's a wormhole. Yeah, talking like the kiddo.
The review goes on to say, you guys brighten my day every Monday morning, and I feel like I have two best friends. Keep it up. Love you guys.
Mine's going to be a 5-star review from July 16th of 2022 from Emily Blomberg. It's a 5-star review. Like I said, so good. It's a quick, simple, kind one. It just says, this show makes me laugh out loud. Such funny and clean content. Glad I found these guys. Thank you, Emily.
Hey, glad we found you.
Seriously though.
Imberg.
Yeah, I've messaged a few people recently about merch stuff or whatever, and they always say nice things. I'm like, thank you for your support. Like,
yeah, thanks for joining it.
We really appreciate you guys. So thank you for that. Okay,
Brad, do you want to end episode 169 with a jingle?
Yes, 2 weeks in a row, we're talking about this guy, Logan Walters. Last week, we talked about him going to Comic Coffee, getting us all those office trivia things. Catherine was so pumped about the idea for office trivia, like on the podcast. She's like, that is so fun. And then we did a bunch of them, and she would not have contributed very much to the trivia night.
Those got hard.
They were tough. Anyway, Logan Walters wrote this awesome jingle. Some of the lyrics made me laugh because they're really good. Some of them made me laugh for other reasons.
Can't wait to see what that means.
They weren't so good. But overall, fun jingle. Let's do it.
Okay, Logan, here we go. Yeah, the chorus is kind of funny.
Instead of should I stay or should I go now? Ghostrunners podcast, Jade Trust comedy.
That was great though.
Logan, man, thank you so much. I just love anybody who, tries to flex their creativity and whatever, and write a song. I know that's not easy. So thank you for doing it. So fun.
Yeah, that is so impressive. I think Rachel always talks about that. She's like, I can't believe people write you songs. And they've been writing you songs. Like they take hours out of their week.
Seriously.
Like maybe it's just like a fun distraction at work or something, but regardless, they do it. Good singing, good writing, Logan, good watching Ghosties.
Yeah.
Good
thanks
listening.
for watching on YouTube.
That was great. You try to quiz Abby if she does a podcast on
Get on your Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcast.
We should have done more of those. We'll do more later. That was fun. We had some fun cameos, fun voice memos.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Enjoy
Sin City. That was one thing I think would be funny in that video.
I like that idea of pretending. Are you thinking the Cincinnati thing? I think that's so funny. Like, here I am, Cincinnati.
Where are the Bengals play?
Where's the Bengals stadium?
Where was Harambe killed?
Can I get some Skyline chili, please?
Yeah. Where's Kings Island?
Sin
I see
City.
Treasure Island, but where's Kings Island? Yeah, all those things.
Yeah, I don't know the best way to pull that off, but I honestly don't even know how it's going to be filmed. Like, I think I might selfie it with my phone.
I was thinking that too.
I might try to just recruit one of the coops to hold the camera for me. I don't know how it's going to be.
Maybe if you find a friend on the Greyhound bus.
Hey, you want to meet me back here 5 days from now?
Isn't there a story about you like making a friend on a bus one time?
Yeah, Zabeda. It's her name.
That's her name?
Yeah, which I know you're thinking, like the Zabeda killer? No, that is a bug. Okay. But yeah, her name is Zabeda. And I met her on probably the last time I went on a national park trip. I took a shuttle from the airport kind of out to Yosemite. And
was it an easy drive or did it get Zabeda of you?
Thank you guys for listening. This has been our podcast.
Sure. Love you guys. Ghostrunners.